Alright guys, this is the World Class Happiness channel. Obviously we talk about everything to do with happiness and we talk about all different aspects of our lives and stuff like that. But I relate a lot of my lessons to martial arts because I'm a judo coach and an MMA coach. Previously been a good level judo competitor. So I've spent my life doing martial arts, and there's a lot to be learned from martial arts that we can take from it and use as lessons for our lives and stuff like that. Now, the last couple of videos that I've made today have been related to the UFC fight last night between Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor, which was obviously a rematch from their 2014 match, which McGregor won convincingly with a knockout. Poirier turned the tables last night and also scored a knockout or a technical knockout. Brilliant performance, made a lot of adjustments to from the fight that he had with him in 2014, and got the result, done really super well. But what I'm here to talk about today really is not just how good the win was. It's also really how to sort of mention how well Conor McGregor, not just this time but every time he's lost, how well he takes the defeat. And it's not, we've probably all been on the end of defeats and disappointments and losses and things that have gone badly in our lives and stuff like that, and a lot of the time, probably I've done it in the past, and I very rarely do it now, if at all really, because I always make a point of not doing it, but people do it a lot, and if you're one of these people, this is something you maybe need to take on board. He never makes excuses. Don't ever make excuses for what's gone wrong, because generally it will be because of something that you haven't done or you've done wrong, or it could be that in this case the other fighter did very well and he did everything right, and maybe he was just a better man on the day and just beat you to the punch or whatever, and McGregor did mention about being out of the ring for a while and kind of maybe needing a little bit more time in the cage and maybe sort of being a little bit inactive, but that he wasn't saying those things as excuses, more like reasons. And he does take a defeat super well. He did praise Dustin Poirier and say how well he'd done and how well he'd adjusted and how tough he was and all those different things, and he never looks as though his head is down, and he never kind of talks about it in a disappointed way. He always sort of like focuses on the future, what he's going to change, how he's going to come back, and put things right. And I think that's important. We've got to learn really that life doesn't always go perfectly. It doesn't always go according to plan, and we don't really want it to. We don't want it to go exactly as we always expect, simply because one is boring, and two, we don't progress. We don't learn from our mistakes and then move forward and progress. So there's no point in making excuses and kind of saying, oh well, it's because of this and this and this. Just take it on the chin. Just take it on the chin and say, right, okay, and don't say, oh well, they cheated, or they did this, or they did that, or the referee was not on my side, or whatever, whatever walk of life it might be in. Don't make excuses. Don't look at what happened in the outside world. Look at what perhaps you could have improved on, and sort of like, not to make an excuse, but for a way that you're going to improve on it next time. This is what I'm going to put right. This is maybe what I should have worked on more. This is maybe something that needs working on, and I think that's important. Not making excuses. Nobody. That's the thing as well. Nobody likes somebody sitting there making excuses. Nobody really feels any kind of sympathy for that person, and nobody really supports that person. However, they do support the person who puts their hand up and says, look, I didn't do as well as I could have done, and I will do better next time. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to get better. That's what people respect. So the message today is, don't make excuses, get better. Okay, And I think that'll be my last one of the day on a martial arts theme anyway. And I'll see you on another video. Cheers, guys.